Dear Mama Sal on a beautiful Monday morning. It is 16 degrees. That surprises me. It feels like it would be warmer than that, which would make it 61 in American. But a truly pretty day. It's hazy. Looks like it's going to be hot. But if it's 16 now, then it probably won't be quite as hot as it has been. Of course, having said that, it'll be blistering. So I hope you all had a good weekend. And my apologies for the Friday vlog not getting up until last night. I really had a very, very busy weekend, both socially and emotionally. And that was the reason. It wasn't that I wasn't thinking of you. I just literally got overwhelmed by other things. Life got in my way on many, many fronts. So, yeah, it's always my habit, I guess, on a Monday morning to reflect back on how was the week. And the week was amazing on many, many fronts. It was really emotionally a roller coaster. As some of you know, I had some interesting negativity creep in. I always say that whenever I do a trip that creates that much sort of viewership, you know that with the good comes the not so good. And I would absolutely love to tell you that I am impervious to this, and you know me better. I'm not, but I'm learning. And I need to learn, and I need to learn big time, because I'll be damned if I will let these people stop me from doing the work that I know I am meant to do here. And as much as they want to pull me down, it's not going to happen. So you understand, there was a moment there where I thought, yeah, I just didn't sign up for this. This is not what I came on board to do. And then I had to shake my head and go, excuse me, Disneyland is in another direction. Really, Sal, if this is what you want to do, you understand there are going to be the haters. There are going to be people that are going to just do whatever. And you need to be aware of that and deal with it and learn coping mechanisms around it. And I guess I haven't really had to worry about that since I gave up being a professional speaker. I used to have that on a daily basis in my other life, as I call it. So why was it such a shock to me? And I think the difference is that it was such a shock because it was so petty, in my view. Anyway, never mind. Don't let me now put more fuel on this fire. The joy, I'd have to say diametrically opposed. That's the only way I can describe it. Okay, so for those of you who want the Reader's Digest version of that word, diametrically opposed would be the exact opposite of that. The exact opposite of that was the absolutely incredibly mind-blowing outpouring of appreciation that the Dear Mama Sal broadcast people gave to me this weekend. It was totally a surprise. I really did not know what on earth they were doing. I have to say that, although there'd been a couple of hints of something weird going on. But I really had no idea, and I'm not just saying that. I had no idea what they had up their sleeves. And so they, little so-and-sos, waited until I was on the broadcast and thinking I had control of life. Ah, yeah, that's not really what I want to say, you know that. Anyway, so they waited until I thought I'd got, you know, everything rolling in the direction that I wanted, and, you know, the broadcast was going to go forward and do this, and boom. Ah, Sal, they said, we've got a little gift for you. And I'm thinking, what? How can they have a gift for me that would be in the mail? It wouldn't be something that they would say, you know, the way that we're saying it, that they had it right now. And then they sent me a link. And the link was to a video that Lear of Hot Chicken had coordinated. I think coordinated is a nice word for what she did, from what I hear. Good work, yeah. Anyway, she had got everybody to send in a clip or a still or something, everybody that wanted to participate. And the heartfelt thanks and appreciation that came during those 8 minutes had me in tears at different emotional levels for the whole time. You know, I sort of sat there and watched it and thought, I cannot believe that people would be so appreciative that they would do this. And then you'd look at the people and how they'd grown. You know, I have to be quite honest. It has been an incredible week of watching people's growth. And I was looking this week at the difference in Robin between when we first met her and today. And when we first met her, there was no way she wanted to come up on camera because of her physical appearance. And that's what she said. And the most amazing thing was that one day, quite unexpectedly, she just popped up on camera. Or she just popped up and said, you know, she'd like to come up on camera, and we obviously said yes. And we were just in awe of her. Because here was somebody who had struggled through so much, and we knew her physical appearance was an issue for her. And yet she was willing to be vulnerable. And come up on camera in front of us. And that was pretty impressive in our view. And then this weekend, Robin went out, and I think she has produced like 4 different videos. She started a YouTube program. She actually doesn't care now. She knows the haters are coming, but she wants to do videos to help others. And she looks knocked down dead gorgeous. Really does. And so you go, wow. And so as the different people sort of floated through this incredible video that they put together, I just cried tears of joy and tears of appreciation. And then different people touched my soul at different levels. And I think that would be my word for the day. Would be soul. You know, they could not have spent $1,000 and touched my soul more. Because what they did is they took time and effort. And I am sure that everybody who watches it, I still am yet to upload it to the channel, but I will. And I'm sure that everybody that watches it will be touched. And as I said over the weekend, you know, my task now is to find a DVD and to transfer it onto DVD, because I don't want to ever lose that because of a computer crash or because of something else. You know, I want to be able to go back and replay that in times when those nasty people attacked me or whatever. It was amazing that those two things happened in the same week, if you believe in coincidences, which I don't. And it was just an unbelievable gift. I'm still shaking my head, and as you know, it's just... I want to say unbelievable, but I do believe it because it happened. So here is the thing, I guess, that I would say to you, is that yes, it took time and it took effort. But boy, did it have soul. And so you look at it and you go, I'm a great believer in the fact that if you do something with good intent, it won't always be appreciated. But sometimes it is. And so all that you have to be aware of is what was your intent on doing this. And you know, it was, or in doing this. I want to tell you, I got very, very close to pressing a button that said, that's it, I'm out of YouTube. I'm, you know, I literally, I just went, no, this is not what I came for. And then I remembered the people. I'm not joking. It just flashed in front of my eyes. I had pictures of Erin and Roseanne and Leslie, and you know what I mean? The people came across my vision. And I went, you spent 2 years giving them a safe place. You spent 2 years building a network of people that will listen to people. And now you're just going to pull the plug? Yeah, I don't think so. And so I just want to give a comment here about Rotary, because Rotary has a creed by which it lives, and that is service above self. In other words, you don't serve when it's convenient. You serve because it's needed. So it's service above self. And it was really important to me to remember that I have a job I adore. And not only would it affect other people, but it sure as heck would affect me if I pressed that button. Because I have had such joy and such fun. And such appreciation doing what we've done. And the joy this weekend continued. And the soul continued when Becca and Jenny Jen actually met in Ohio, and Emily was meant to be there as well, but she had a personal emergency which precluded her from being there. But we got to see Jen and Becca sit next to each other in a bookstore or something, and broadcast to us. And it was so wonderful to see. It was great. I just literally turned my microphone off and just enjoyed watching the interaction. And it was just, I thought, wow, I wonder if either of them realized that was going to happen a year ago. And all credit to Jenny Jen, who now has got 2 meet and greets under her belt. And she's planning that there probably will be a 3rd one within the next few months or so. So good for you, Jen. And I want to tell you something. I know you can't come to all the broadcasts, and I know that your life is very, very busy at the moment. And we send you a huge hug. Thank you for doing what you did. I know it made Becca's day. You could see it all over her face. And they went shopping together, and it was delightful to see. And Becca, thank you. When I talk about the growth in people, I want to tell you something. I know that must have been really difficult for you. And I am delighted that your father got to meet Jenny Jen, who I am sure was not what he expected. And it made me chuckle because I heard this weekend as well that Aaron's dad, and hi Aaron's dad if you're listening to this one, that Aaron's dad decided that he'd have a look at a couple of videos and find out who this mad woman was, and whether it was on the up and up for his daughter, and I love him for that. And it was so cute because apparently he laughed like a drain. Where did that expression come from? Drains do not laugh. Wow, I wonder where that came from. Anyway, so he laughed like a drain, British expression. And so I was delighted because it looks like we had 2 fathers that suddenly found out that their daughters weren't nearly as stupid as they thought they were. They were discerning enough to find people that actually were positive and encouraging and would support their daughters rather than pull them down. And hopefully they appreciate that not everybody on the internet is a bad person.